Allah loves human beings the most of all His creations. When we look at the most searched questions starting with, "Why am I?" on Google. 1. Why am I not loved? 2. Why am I so ugly? 3. Why was I born? 4. Why am I being excluded? 5. Why am I a loser? 6. Why am I crying? 7. Why am I like this? 8. Why am I alone? 9. Why do I live? 10. Why couldn't I get married? The being who asks all these questions to himself is human being. But the Quran, which is an invitation to happiness, a recipe and guarantee of happiness for all people, says that the human being is the caliph of the earth. Of all the creatures created by Allah, Allah loves human being the most. Human being is superior to angels, human being is superior to jinn, human being is superior to animals, and human being is superior to all creatures. But human being, who is superior to all these creatures, obviously asks himself these questions because he is unaware of the purpose of Allah's creation. For one to act in accordance with the purpose of creation, a good result is achieved when Allah Ta'ala invites him to himself and that person accepts this invitation. So turning the results of all these negative questions into positive ones depends on only one wish. By wishing Allah, who makes him superior to all beings with all his heart. He will not ask himself these questions when he wishes to reach with all his heart. On the contrary, he will thank and praise his Lord, not wondering why I am not loved. Because the moment he wishes to reach Allah with all his heart, he will love Allah, he will love his messenger, and people will also love him. So he'll realize he's loved, not unloved. Why am I ugly? He will realize that Allah created him with the best possible way. Why was I born? He will learn the purpose of his creation and realize his primary duty, which is to be a servant of Allah. Why am I being excluded? On the contrary, by taking part in a single congregation, he will have a design that he is for everyone and everyone make him happy. Why am I loser? On the contrary, if he obeys Allah's commands and prohibitions, he will become a beloved of Allah. Why am I crying? On the contrary, he will realize how happy Allah has made him. It is not "I'm crying." He will always look at people with a smiling face and make them happy. Why am I like this? He will thank and praise Allah Ta'ala, saying, "O Lord, you created me as human being." Why am I alone? Solitude is just reserved for Allah. He will realize that Allah is with him every moment when he does the dhikr of Allah. Why do I live? He will realize the purpose of his creation and will certainly constantly receive Allah's help to lead him to eternal happiness, happiness in the hereafter and happiness in this world. As soon as he wishes to reach Allah, he will not be able to say, "Why couldn't I get married?" He will be sure that Allah will answer this question positively in the case that he demands it from Allah. Therefore, human beings are the most beloved creatures of Allah. In order to be the most beloved, he has to show love to all creatures. That's why the Messenger of Allah said, obeying Allah's command and compassion for his creatures. If you obey Allah's command, you will begin to sing the answers to all these positive questions. And you will absolutely attain a life granted by Allah in which you love everyone and be loved by everyone. May Allah bless you all.